Hello guys, welcome all of you back with our web application development discussion series. Today we are going to talk about how we can develop this manage category part. In here first we have inserted the label as manage categories and then we have loaded our available categories in here and we have given that category name in here and we have inserted a button to remove this category from our database. And then in here we have inserted another button as add new category, and when we click on this add new category button, it's going to pop up this add new category model. In this model here we have given a label as add new category, and then in here we have given an input field to add the category name, and then here we have given an input field to insert that admin email address. So let's give it a new category name and then let's give a email address. After that we can click on this save new category button. Then it's going to send a verification code into that email address to check whether it's our admin's email address or not. Then it's going to change that model into this model. In here we have given a label as verification. And then we have given another label as enter your verification code, and then in here we have given an input field to enter that code in here. Here we have our verification code. Let's copy this and paste it. After that we can click on this verify and save button. Then it's going to reload this page and you can see in here we have our new category as test category. So let's go into our code and see how we have developed this. Within our manage product.php file, here we have our manage category part, and in here we have given a label as manage categories. After that from here we have inserted a PHP script. Within this PHP script we have run a search query as select all from category table, and we have stored this value in variable category rs, and in here we have checked how many rows are available in category rs variable, and we have stored that value in category num variable. Then in here we have started the for loop. Then we have created the variable as x and we have assigned value 0. Then we have checked whether the x variable value is less than the category num variable value or not. Then we have add one value to this $x variable value. Within this for loop in here we have taken the first row from category rs variable and we have stored that value in category data variable. Then in here we have inserted a design. Within this design in here we have inserted that category name, and then in here we have given a delete button. After that from here we have closed this for loop. Then in here we have our add new category part, and we have given it a on click as add new category, and then here we have given a label as add new category, and we have given its icon here. After that part in here we have our model 2 and model 3. We use this model 2 and model 3 in order to register a new category into our database. Within this model 2 in here we have given a label as add new category, and then in here we have inserted the input field to take that category name, and we have given its type as text, and we have also given its id as n. Then in here we have given an input area to insert that admin's email address, and then we have given its id as e. After that here we have our two buttons as close and save new category. In the save new category button we have given a on click function as verify category. After we click on this save new category button, this model 3 is going to be displayed, and we have given its id as add new category verification model. Then in here we have given a button to close our model, and we have given a label as verification. After that we have inserted the input field here to take that admin's verification code, and we have given this input field type as text and id as txt. After that in here we have our close button and verify and save button. in the verify and save button, we have given a on-click function as save category. So let's go into our script.js file. In our script.js file, here we have our first function as add new category, and in here we have created the global variable as CM. Within this function, in here we have taken that model and we have stored that in variable m. Then in here we have defined that model as a bootstrap model and we have stored that in variable cm. Then in here we have set to display that model in our web page. After that function, in here we have our second function as verify category. We have created three global variables as VC, E and N. Within this function, in here we have taken the element which ID is equal to add category verification model. This is our model and we have stored that in variable NCM. Then in here we have defined that model as a bootstrap model and we have stored that value in variable VC. Then in here we have taken the elements which ID is equal to E and we have taken its value and we have stored that in variable E. Then in here we have taken the element which ID is equal to N and we have taken that element's value from here and then we have stored that value in variable N. After that, in here we have created a new form and we have stored that in variable f. Then in here we have append that value into our form using names, email and name. After that, in here we have created a request. Here we have created our request and we have stored that in variable r. Then we have checked whether the request state has been changed or not. If it's changed, then in here we have called this function. Within this function, first we have checked whether the state of our request is equal to 4 or not. If it's equal to 4, from here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored that response in variable t. Then we have checked whether the t value is equal to success or not. If it's equal to success, then from here we have hide this CM model and then in here we have displayed our VC model. After that, if this condition is false, then in here we have displayed that response in an alert. After this function, in here we have defined that request method as post and we have given its a destination file as add new category process.php. Then in here we have sent that request into add new category process.php file and we have inserted our form into this request. So let's go into our add new category process.php file. Here we have our add new category process.php file. First we have inserted the PHP script. Then we have started the session from here. Then we have imported our connection.php file into this add new category process.php file. Then from here we have taken our files which we going to use in order to send the email verification code into that admin's email address. In here we have checked whether the email value is set in our request and the name value is set in our request or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have checked whether the email value from AU value which in session variable is equal to email value from our request or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have taken that name value from our request and we have stored that value in variable cname. Then in here we have taken the email name value from our request and we have stored that value in variable umail. After that, from here we have run a search query as select all from category table where name column value like cname variable value and we have stored this in variable category rs. In the next line, we have checked how many rows are available in category rs variable and we have stored that value in variable category num. Then from here we have checked whether the category num variable value is equal to 0 or not. If it's equal to 0, then in here we have called our unique ID function, and we have stored that unique ID in variable code. After that, we have run a update query as update admin table set verification code column value as code variable value, where email column value equal to our variable email value. After that, from here we have created our email and we have sent it, and we have given our email address here, password in here. Then in here we have given our email address and the title. Then again our email address and the title. And in here we have given our admin's email address. Then we have given a subject here. And then in here we have given our verification code. After that, from here we have checked whether the email has not been sent or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have send a response as verification code sending failed. If this condition is false, then in here we have given a response as success. So let's go back into our script.js file. Within our function, from here we have taken that response from our server and we have stored it in variable t. After that, we have checked whether the t variable value is equal to success or not. If it is equal to success, then we have hide our CM model and we have displayed our VC model. After that, if this condition is false, then in here we have displayed that response in alert. Here we have our third function as save category. Within this function, in here we have taken the value from element which id is equal to txt and we have stored that in variable txt. In here we have created a new form and we have stored this variable value using these names in our form. After that, from here we have created a new request and we have stored that in variable r. Then we have checked whether the request state has been changed or not. If it's changed, we have called this function. Within this function, we have checked whether the request state is equal to 4 or not. If it's equal to 4, then we have taken the response from our server and we have stored that in variable t. Then we have checked whether the t variable value is equal to success or not. If it's equal to success, then we have hide our VC model and then we have reloaded our web page. If this condition is false, then we have displayed that response in an alert. After that, here we have given our request method as post and we have given its destination file as save category process.php file. Then from here we have sent this request into save category process.php file and we have inserted our form into that request. So let's go into save category process.php file. Here we have our save category process.php file. We have inserted the PHP script here. Within this script, we have imported our connection.php file into this file. And then here we have checked whether the t value is set in our request and e value in our request has been set and n value from our request is also set or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have taken the t value from our request and assigned it into variable v code, and we have taken the e value from request and we have stored it in variable email, and we have taken the n value from request and we have stored it in variable cname. Then we have run a search query as select all from admin table where email column value is equal to email variable value, and we have stored it in variable admin rs. And then we have checked how many rows are available in admin rs variable and we have stored it in variable admin num. Then we have checked whether the admin num variable value is larger than 0 or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have taken the first row from admin rs variable and we have stored it in variable admin data. Then we have checked whether the verification code value from admin data variable is equal to vcode variable value or not. If this condition is true, then in here we have run a insert query as insert into category table. We have given the column names in here, then the values as cname variable value, and then we have given a response as success. If this condition is false, then in here we have given a response as invalid verification code. If this condition is false, then in here we have given a response as invalid user. So let's go back into our script.js file. From our function, in here we have taken the response from our server and we have stored it in variable t. Then we have checked whether it's equal to success or not. If it's equal to success, we have hide that model and we have reloaded our web page. If this condition is false, then in here we have printed that response in a alert. So guys, that's all for today. Thanks all of you for joining with me. See you in the next video.